Boys and girls, here is probably your final practice or teaching piece for current events. What I'm hoping you do here is learn a little bit about reactions, or what we would call connections. You have heard about this stuff before, probably at Horace Mann or at Shattuck Middle School in your previous school year. So let's have you write a few things down. Go to your notebooks, find your current events section. Okay, this looks a little different because it's a digital year, but we had you write down some notes on how to write a good topic sentence. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 steps. So behind that page, this was a handout I gave my kids in 2019. You had to handwrite it this year because it's digital. So let's have you write these things down. It won't take long, I promise. Let's start with a title. Current event reactions and connections. Think of it like putting pieces of a puzzle together. First thing to write, help writing meaningful connections and reactions. First step, think about your options. We have text to text, text to self, and text to world. Okay? This should be old news, things that you've learned about in the past. Can I relate what I currently read to a book or article I've read? Can I relate what I've read in the article to myself in my life or my family's life? Can I relate it to something that's happening in the world, in a different country, in a different state, in a different continent, things like that? 2, ask yourself, what does the article remind me of? Okay? Does it remind me of something I read before? Something in my life, something in the world. Very similar to thinking about the options. Third part, write. When you're writing your topic sentence, you may start out with something very simple like, this reminds me of blank, or I was thinking about this when I was reading the article. It's as simple as explaining your thinking and talking it out. Lastly, number 4, when you don't connect to something, I want you to imagine. Boys and girls, you're not always going to connect to some of these articles that we read. You will learn about something for the very first time and your mind is blank. Put yourself in the character's shoes or somebody that's dealing with that issue or experiencing what's going on in the article. And maybe start out like this. I do not connect with the article, but if I did live in this country, here is what I would be thinking and going through. These are valuable things that you can use to help write a better reaction or connection. And this is showing me synthesis. Let's review this one final time. The things that you should have gone through and written in your notebook in the current events section is help writing meaningful connections and reactions. Think about your options, text to text, text to self, text to world. Ask yourself, what does the article remind me of? Then you write, what does it remind me of? This reminds me of blank. And when you don't connect, imagine that you live in that situation or you're experiencing what's going on. That's it, boys and girls. You should be ready to write your current event now.